Alright guys, Mike from Liquid Powder Concepts again. We're going to show you guys how to mix this stuff. This is their bag of sample powder that come in. It says we want to do 250 milliliters of water to this bag. So we're going to bring in our 250 milliliters. We're going to measure this pretty close. We got two there, and I believe that says, we're getting real close there. 250 milliliters. Go ahead and put this in the blender. And now we're going to pour our powder in right on top. Empty the entire contents of the bag into the blender. It's got all of our good stuff already in there. And we're going to get the lid on it. We're going to turn the blender on chop, high speed. We're going to let it run for about 3 minutes. Alright, this is what your mix looks like. It ain't pretty, but that's liquid mixed up and ready to go. So we're going to just put it in our cup and spray away. We've got in our tin. We went ahead and mixed it in the blender like we were supposed to. We're getting ready to spray it. I want you guys to see how this stuff sprays. Like any paint job, before we start, we're going to sand the surface. We're going to prep the surface on this. This we're using, I don't know, 400 grit wet or dry sandpaper, and we just want enough to scratch that surface area real good, so we'll have enough for the powder coat to bite into. So we're not going to do a whole lot here on film. We're just going to kind of so everybody gets the idea that you have to prep the surface area before you spray it, so that the powder coat has some bite area so we can bite into it. So what we're going to do, we're just going to rough this up real quick like. We're in a hurry. Got to go. Got things to do. So next thing we're going to do, once we get it roughed up, clean it up. Denatured alcohol, give it a quick wipe down. And make sure that all of our fingerprints and all that stuff is off of there. And you can see this is just a cover plate that we're doing. So I'm going to try to hold this cover plate by the lower screws while we spray it. Using the Badger gun here, we're going to start lightly applying the coating. You don't want to get so heavy on the first run. You can see the part is starting to turn colors. Start to get a little shiny and you worry about it running, just hold up, give it a minute. Once you get your tack coat on, you can go a little heavier. Depending on how thick you want your coating, with how many coats of paint that this gets. And just like paint, if you get too thick, you're going to orange peel. We're going to go ahead and let this roll. And now we're going to take this to the oven and we're going to dehydrate it. invite the camera lady to bring the camera over to us. Come on in here, honey. What we're going to do is we're going to put this in our oven, but we're not going to put our part that close to the element. We want this thing outside the oven. All we want to do is bring the temperature up so we can dehydrate the water. We can get rid of the moisture that's in that powder. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to, we're going to turn our oven on. If I can figure it out here. We're going to bring our temperature up, and we're going to start our oven. Remember, leave the oven door open. The piece is going to be outside. And what we're doing is we're just going to let that warm air blow past that part until the dehydration occurs. Once the dehydration occurs, it'll look like basic powder that was sprayed on electrostatically. So, we've got probably 5 to 10 minutes in this state, and then we'll come back, we'll zoom in on it, show you what it should look like, and then we'll get it on in the oven for final cure. Alright guys, our timer just ended. Just threw the door open, we're going to pull that out. That sucker's hot, so we're going to let that thing cool off. But while it does, bring you guys in and show you what the final product looks like, just so everybody can see that, yep, that is powder coat. And we did spray that with powder coat in a liquid fashion, and we oven cured this one. Once it drops out of gel state and cools off, we'll move it over and we'll hit that thing with a hammer or something so you can see how durable it is. Alright guys, there's your powder coating finish. Didn't break, didn't chip, took a beating from the hammer, but everybody says, well, I'm not sure that liquid powder coat is as durable as regular powder coat. Didn't flake it, didn't chip it. So now it's like Timex. Takes a licking. All we did made it dirty.